On the beat.
Hi guys, these are my ingredients here. I'm getting ready to cook Nigerian chili or Nigerian bean sauce as we like to call it. These are all the ingredients that I'm going to need minus the spices and the tomato paste that I will put for coloring. These are the vegetables, red onions, garlic, jalapeno, bell pepper, tomato that I will grind all together to make the sauce. And these are the assortments of meat, oxtail, and tripe that will be put on the pressure cooker so that they can be nice and soft for the soup. And the last stage will be the beans. I'll show you everything step. All right, this is the first step. You make sure that your meat is thoroughly cleaned, which I already did before the video. You add your meat into the pot and you put a generous amount. And then after you add all the meat that you want to add to the pot, of course I'll put more than that, but I'm just doing this for the video's sake. You start adding your spices. I have a pepper flakes here. I have a Jamaican oxtail mixed here. I have Maggie here that I will put. Let me put some, definitely have to put some Cayenne pepper. Okay, and then you put some Cameroon pepper. Beware, this pepper is spicy. It makes people cough. Take it easy. And then you cover your pot. You put your pressure cooker on. Of course, you add small water there first. Here my pot is full. I've seasoned it on multiple levels. Now I'm going to add just a little bit of water. You don't need to fill it all the way to the top, just enough to cover the surface. That should be enough. Cover your pot. Now close here. Wash your pot. Always start with the tomato so that you have a lot of fluid at the bottom of your blender to blend with. So I normally start with my tomatoes. I have my peppers cut already and ready to go. And then lastly is when I add my onions. I put that on the top. Then there will be a lot of liquid to blend. Okay? And don't forget to put a couple of spoons of tomato paste. Now I know a lot of people don't like to cook with tomato paste because it takes a long time to boil before the taste comes out. But I make sure that I boil it very well and cook it with a little bit of oil on the surface so that it can take out that taste. You cover this up. Put a little bit of water first, of course. The ingredients that I need for blending are in the blender. I'm going to go ahead and blend it on medium speed. So I'm all done blending now, and I can go ahead. See, it's a nice even consistency. You'll see that when I pour it into the pot here.
That's cool on the beat.
Little whirl. Roll in the pot. And I do multiple batches until my pot is full. Tomatoes, peppers, onions, and garlic are all blended. I'll add a few
That's cool on the beat.
I usually add, just a couple handfuls, and then I'll add a little bit of thyme. I also use this opportunity to taste to make sure that it is seasoned to taste. I might add a little bit more spices at this stage. But now it's time to get on the stove. Before I cook on the stove, I will cover it up and let it simmer for a little bit, and then I'll show you the next step. Is ready to pop. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off here and let it cool down so that I can take the top off and see what we have underneath. Alright, it looks like the meat is all done. My pressure cooker has cooled down. Let's open this up. Wow, look at this. Alright, so this is gorgeous. Soft and tender. Tomatoes are ready to go. Just going to turn it on the surface here a little bit. Alright. This is my soup pan here. It looks like my veggies are already cooked down. vegetables are adequately fried, you go ahead and pick out all the bay leaves that you see my bay leaves here on the table. And then you transition the meat over. So now that my sauce is frying and smells really yummy, I'm gonna bring some pieces of meat over, and I'm gonna make sure I transition all the meat out of the stock from the pressure cooker, and it's going to go ahead and marinate in that juicy pepper tomato sauce and soak up all the flavor. Alright guys, now that I've added all the meat to my pureed tomatoes, peppers, onions, and garlic, I'm going to go ahead and gently saute it so that the spices and the flavors can all get sucked into that succulent meat. And we're going to let this cook down for about 5 minutes before we add the next step. Don't forget guys, I still have a lot of meat stock here that I'm still going to use for part of the soup, so don't throw that out. For the next stage, we're going to transition that stock into the stew and the meat here. And you don't have to use it all, just use a quantity that you think you need for the amount of beans that you have. You can always add more later. I'm going to stir that.
That's cool on the
have
beat.
a homogeneous mix. Once I'm satisfied with that, the last step is I'll add some beans. I'm going to add all these beans. Of course, I haven't had beans.
That's cool on the beat.
And once I add all the beans, you can come and take a look. There's not quite enough sauce in here, so I'm going to add a little bit more stock. Let me give it a taste first and see how it goes. Delicious. Add a little bit more stock here, so it's a little bit saucy. Stir it up one last time. Cover it up and let it cook down for about 5 to 10 minutes. My chili or bean sauce is all done. It's delicious. There's meat, tons of meat, tons of beans, and we're ready to eat. Look at that. If you like this video, you know what to do. Click like below and follow my page, and I would love to read your comments below.